All right, guys, welcome to Bowhunting Soul. So a little update on this bow here. This is that Kainokai bow that I did a couple reviews on Amazon. I'm going to leave a link below. This is the bow that I said I was like really impressed with its speed and relative build quality for how cheap it is. It's ridiculously cheap. A bunch of you guys have bought it through my links. I really appreciate that. I hope you guys like the bow. If not, well, you're not out a whole lot of money, but I've been shooting it on and off, but it really, sorry if it's kind of windy here, sorry about that. I was kind of trying to get this video in before like a storm comes in. So I know I kind of went through and I did like an initial setup on it, but I really haven't been shooting the bow very much. I've been trying to concentrate on my other couple bows that I'm carrying for archery season, for deer season and stuff. So I'm trying not to switch back and forward too many bows. Don't have enough, too much time to actually, do different setups and tune, perfectly for broadheads and things like that and switch back around. So anyway, this kind of went on the back burner for a while, as I can't remember if I said this before, but I kind of did, I kind of ground the grip down a little bit. It's still not great. I haven't been able to find a grip that I like for it, that'll actually fit for it. I thought you could be able to find grips out there, for like ILF type stuff, but nothing really seems to, as far as I know, was going to fit. So if you guys know anything about that, let me know. We can kind of change this out. But anyway, the crux of this little update was going to be about the clicking. So we had a bunch of clicking issues with this bow, and I know I'm not the first one to say that. A bunch of other reviews out there, and the limbs were clicking when you went to draw, right? And of course I couldn't replicate it on the video when I was doing it with the video, but I think it's kind of a common thing with this. And our belief, I guess, was that and mine too, was the limb was kind of rubbing inside the limb pocket in here and just causing a little bit of a creak. It's not like the limbs are going to blow up on you, and I've been shooting it enough that I trust it, right? It wasn't anything structural or anything like that. It was just kind of just a little bit of rub inside that limb pocket. Other guys have tried like felt inside the limb pocket. They would put it in here, and or some sort of thin material or whatever. And I'm like, man, I don't know if that's going to fit. And I really didn't want to mess around with trying to put felt and stuff in there and all that stuff. So somebody, and I can't remember who, so if it's one of you other guys that reviewed this bow for one of the other channels, I'm not stealing this from you. I would give you props if I remembered who it was. But they suggested using a little bit of string wax inside all of here, right? So we all have string wax, right? We put string wax on our strings, obviously, and it's kind of like a thicker wax. So I thought, well, why not? I'm going to try it. So all I really did was, of course, I unstrung the bow, and it's just on there with 2 bolts, right? And you got 2 limb bolts in there. Pull them out. And it was a good opportunity. For some reason, for the first time in like 20 years, I didn't have anti-seize in my house. So instead of anti-seizing the bolts, I actually put string wax on the threads of the bolt, so it would go in a little bit easier. Remember I said it was kind of a little bit tight. And then I basically just took it in my hand and I basically coated anywhere inside where this limb, everything rubs. So both on the sides over here, okay, over here, sides over here, and then I did it on the, oh, it's really windy, so sorry about that. And I did it inside, inside here, underneath here, basically anywhere there was. I just kind of took it in my hand and I kind of smeared it around up the wall, side, and all that stuff, both sides, put it back together, and it's been fine. No click whatsoever, no sound. It's nice and smooth. I mean, can do it again. Let's pull it back a few times. I don't know if you can see that, but so absolutely no noise. It's been like that for a while now. And I didn't have to mess around with, like I said, trying to get like felt, or I was even thinking some sort of really thin like fabric or linen or silk or something like that. I didn't think it was going to fit in there. It might, I don't know. Other guys have done it just flat underneath, but I didn't think it was going to fit over here, which I don't think it will. So anyway, there you go. If you have one of these bows, these Kainokai bows, and you got a limb clicking issue, do that thing. Just take some string wax, put it in here, you know, clean up the goop or whatever, so it looks nice on the outside. And then there you go. The only other thing I did to this was I added a little bit of a bump to the shelf. I don't know if you can't even see it. There's a tiny little piece of leather underneath that Velcro, the female Velcro over there. You can't even see it. I mean, it's so tiny. It's just a tiny little bump just to get a little bit of feather clearance, so I don't have any, like, you know, feather bounce or anything like that, which I'm not. So anyway, that's kind of the update with this bow. Again, I don't really shoot it all that often. Every now and then I'll take it out and just kind of for funsies or shoot it in the basement or whatever, but I'm concentrating on deer season and trying to concentrate on the, you know, a couple of bows that I'm trying to be, you know, more instinctive and accurate with, and I don't want to keep switching around too much. So plus, you know, the grip is still not super comfortable for me. So all right, before this tripod gets blown over, that's it. I just wanted a quick update. So if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. If you want to check out this bow, again, it is probably the best smoking deal on the internet for getting into a recurve bow. It's a little more modern looking, like I said, than you know, it's cast aluminum. Okay, it's a little more modern looking than, say, some of the like the Sam McSages and things like that. It looks different than like a Black Hunter or the Mandarin Duck, you know, version of that bow, because those are like wood riser, laminate riser bows. These are obviously, like I said, cast aluminum. It's just a different look. So if you're trying to get into this and you're trying to get a cheap bow, and you know, they come in various poundages. This is 50 pounds, but they go all the way to like 35, 40 to start, and you know, 50, 55 or something like that on the high end. Great. So I'm going to leave links below. Again, go check one of these out. Super popular. Lots of people have bought them. And yeah, there you have it. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And I'm going to get out of here.